Hello. Today I'd like to talk about yet another one of my problems, insomnia. So certainly I've spoken a lot about my battle with depression and obsessive compulsive disorder, but hand in hand with those, I also developed pretty bad insomnia. So, I mean, certainly what's insomnia? You can't sleep. And I imagine some people might say, hey, that's a great thing, I don't have to take naps and, I can get less sleep during the night. But it actually sucks really, really badly. The main problem is that you still get tired. I'm super tired right now because I had trouble sleeping last night, but yeah, you still get tired, but you can't sleep. So, I mean, it is basically extraordinarily difficult for me to nap or fall asleep without medication. So I don't know. I can think of, I don't know, maybe like one or two times I've fallen asleep in the past, I don't know, year or two, um, without taking medication. Maybe it's a few more, but I mean, I can count them on one hand the number of times I can fall asleep without medication. Certainly, if I tried to stay up like a really long time, I could maybe fall asleep without medication. But or if I was in bed for like a really long time, I might fall asleep. But the problem is then if I fall asleep, I don't stay asleep. So I wake up, and so even with medication, I still have problems. So like last night, I don't know, I went to bed at maybe 11:30, and then I think a large problem with a large factor in why I have insomnia is sort of my compulsive worrying. So I went to bed last night and I was worried about the Kickstarter, worried about business, worried about a project, worried about everything. And so that makes it difficult to fall asleep, but certainly I had taken a relatively significant dose of the sleeping medicines I'm on. Uh, Incidentally, I can't use some of the more advertised and potentially better sleeping medicines like Ambien. I tried it and I never felt so anxious in all of my life. So it did the opposite of putting me to sleep. But I don't know, like trazodone and lorazepam. Um, so I don't know if you watch hospital shows, but they're always like, "Give me an injection of lorazepam stat." I guess to calm patients down. So I don't know. I always thought that was funny. Like, hey, I take that. But anyway, so so last night I fell asleep. Then I woke up a couple times in the middle of the night, and then it's hard to fall asleep. And then also when I fall asleep, um, I I often have like uneasy dreams, so they're not actually nightmares, which is kind of a shame because that would be more inspiration for never-ending nightmares. But they're just sort of uneasy dreams, unpleasant things, anxious situations, and so those happen. I don't know, maybe like an hour before I get up, and then it definitely takes away from the quality of my sleep. So I had some uneasy dreams, and then I think I was up at 7. I tried falling back to sleep and failed miserably. So I actually don't ever use an alarm clock. Someone for my wedding gift got me this really neat alarm clock that drives away, but it's actually kind of sad. It's like I can't use that. There's no point because I always wake up before I want to. I mean, very rare cases where it's like, oh, I really have to get up this time. But I still have my drivable alarm clock, and I think I'm trying to keep it as a motivation to, hopefully get to the point where I may need it again with my insomnia. But certainly with our project, and the anxiety of whether our Kickstarter will succeed or fail, certainly having a lot of trouble sleeping and in no need of an alarm clock. So I apologize, that's not one of the most coherent developer diaries I've done, but like I said, I'm really tired, so it certainly affects the quality of my work, which is unfortunate, but I just don't know what to do about it.